big
boxes.
This size of boxes for the route, we call it router, and we have switches. Usually, each of the location where we put or we want to diverse our network, we will have that box. It's a physical box, half rack tall, with a cost of like 3 to 4 million for each box. So that's why last time when we developed our IP core network for Telecom Malaysia for 32 sites, it cost nearly 1 billion. Wow. Yeah, it's very big amount of money spent to develop to establish that core network. What we have in the cloud network, we now, before this, if you talk about network, you will focus more on box of router and switch, and at the end, for the application, we have servers. But
all this
is
located at the client's premise.
It's located either at the Telecom Malaysia exchange or client premises. But what we have in the cloud computing, we combine this server and the router and the switches in one single service. So, and now we are not have limitation of like you are a user from. We are not limited to geographical area. Like you are from KL and you are from Klang, so you can share the same box. But physically it's the same box, but virtually it's two separate box of router in one server. So what the advantages of
cloud
computing is
over traditional computing.
Traditional computing is
first
the cost to build that network have tremendously reduced by at least quarter of the general cost. So like before you spend 4 million ringgit Malaysia for one site, now the cost could be slashed up to 800,000.
800,000 1 million
1 million per site. And then the space of the data center can be minimized. You know, to rent a space for a data center, we calculate it by square feet and power consumption for that rack and the technology behind, and each of the cable we have in our data center will be charged by the data center provider. Any single cable, any single fiber
cable,
any single fiber cable, fiber cable, any single power outlet we have in the data center will be charged to us. Yeah. So by that, the more equipment we use, the more power we use, the higher will be charged, right?
However, this is much cheaper.
It is much cheaper
than putting all this equipment, buying all this equipment,
and putting it
in Your own server room.
Your own server room. So like this size of data center, when we establish the iCloud, we can reduce it to maybe before this we have 3 row of equipment rack. We can reduce it to 1 or 2 rack only. So that's how the iCloud can benefit on term of
Can benefit you.
Can benefit you in term of cost saving and space saving.
Right.
And the third advantage.
The third benefit.
The third advantage of iCloud is in network. We have like SLA to maintain the network live for like 99.9% or 99.9999%. It's all been calculated very detailed. How much the stable of your network.
The stability.
The stability of your network. Even 0.99 and 0.99% will give a huge difference.
Will give a huge difference.
Huge difference to your
difference
to your customer. So the third advantage of iCloud is you can have multiple redundancy for the network, because previously what we have applied is like 2 redundancy or 3, but by applying iCloud you can have more than that with a significantly less cost. And
the savings, I estimate the saving from this
iCloud
to be
around 1/4 of the
25%
of the
original cost.
And
savings 25% or reduced to 25%?
Reduced to 25%.
Savings of 75%.
Saving of so that means saving of 75%. So let me repeat again the 3 advantages of iCloud.
Moving iCloud or moving to the cloud?
Moving to the cloud. Sometimes we call it iCloud.
Why iCloud? Internet cloud.
Internet cloud.
Okay.
1 is the cost saving. 2 is the operational cost to maintain that structure. And 3rd is better redundancy or better stability of the network. So therefore, I hope this information will help you guys to, in case in the future you want to build your own enterprise network and you looking for a provider to establish the network, I would recommend you to highly consider provider with the capability of
to consider us.
Capability of offering
is that your company?
Cloud technology.
Do you provide cloud technology?
As of now, our partner Telecommunication is the only provider who just started to offer cloud technology.
So therefore, if you would like to take advantage of this of the cloud,
if you want to take the advantage of this cloud
for the benefit of your organization, please contact us. And we will be able
to
give you advice
or special discount.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.